we're going to go really slow. And I know it's going to be a test just for me to be able to do this. But after we did Pilates with kettlebells last night, but yes, we're going to take it slow and stretch those muscles out. It's going to feel very, very good. But believe me, because we're not going fast, because we're not doing a lot of reps, doesn't mean we're not getting the work. We're going really deep. So I'd like you to sit on your mat, on your sit bones. If you can't hold your legs to sit on your mat, feel free to put them out. We're going to warm up. Make sure your head's over your tailbone and make sure you really are pulled back on those sit bones. Inhale up, exhale ceiling, and inhale down. And exhale up and inhale down, and exhale up and inhale down, and exhale and inhale, and we're curling down today. Not going to the wall, we're curling down. We're moving our rib cage toward our hip. Breathe into it, make sure you're over your ear, get that nice big stretch. Now, I want you to bring your arm back and just bring it over like you're cresting over it and come down just a little bit more. Push that other glute into the floor. Take your ear and guide your head across, keeping your head over your tailbone. Good. Push your hands over it. Then inhale across and rotate. I like that rotation to get a sweep. Sweep it to it. Good. Now put your hand on your thigh. Take your other arm up. If you want to do the spinal twist, big inhale and exhale, rotate, lift out of it. Big inhale and exhale, rotate. Big inhale and exhale, rotate. Hold it right there. Really lift up. Beautiful. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring it back together. Blow your shoulders back twice and forward twice. And then we'll go to the other side. Switch legs. Inhale up, exhale ceiling, and inhale down. And exhale up. Why do I do so many of these? I'm trying to get us centered for this work. You can't just jump into it the way we do other kinds of work. So curl it down. Inhale, exhale. Make that other glute fall deeper into the floor if possible. Bring the arm around and over there. See, it's a bigger stretch. Don't fall back. All right, take that ear, guide it across, get that nice stretch. Good, and then inhale and exhale to the rotation. Bring the arm, sweep it in. And that just takes a little more effort to get a little more stretch. Now go into the spinal twist. If you're paying for that, big inhale and exhale, turn. Big inhale and exhale, turn. Big inhale and exhale, turn. Lift up out of it. Good, breathe. Bring it back to the center, hands together. Push your palms toward the screen. You're going to open up your back by pulling your front inward. So inhale and exhale, pull it in. Good. Arms in front of the ears, legs into butterfly, and you push forward to the opposite. Drop your elbows down and curl yourself up. Now, legs are wide, and you go side to side. Keep going. 8, 7, I'm going to put both mats down. 6, but I'm still going to be diagonal. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's get ourselves down to the floor. I'm going to do it diagonally so we can see all of this slow work. All right, so you're going to start on your sit bones and start going down to your tailbone, and then your lumbar, and your mid back, and your shoulder blades before your shoulders. And then you're going to separate lower body from the upper body. So you lift those glutes up, take them down the mat, walk the chest up. Beautiful. Let's put our hand on our belly, make sure our belly button's the spine, but we still have that lumbar to help us with our flexibility. So begin down, exhale. And again. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take us into a curl up 8 times very slowly. I know the curl up is basic Pilates, but when you think of yourself peeling off the mat into the curl up, that makes it very, very different. So let's put our legs at tabletop with a point. Make sure that the feet are across from the knees. Like your hands at your side. Now, to start the curl up, you're going to bring your head as if you're putting your chin on your chest, but you're not. You're putting it over your chest, right? And then take the vertebrae off until the shoulder blades off. Hold it there for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pull it down, 7 and 8, and lower it down, vertebrae by vertebrae. A lot of people can't do curl ups at all. So as an exercise, it probably feels really kind of crazy, right? Let's do 7 more. Inhale and exhale. Curl it up. Look through those thighs. I want you to get a deeper curl up every time we do this. Good. Breathing into it. I'm counting. You don't have to. And then get ready. Big inhale and exhale. And curl it back down. You'll start to feel this along the sides of the abdominis rectus. Good. Let's do number 3. Bring that chin over that chest. Remember, we used to put an orange in here to make ourselves get the right position. You have a roll of socks or something. You can do it. Now, and that's when I really want you to put your hands behind your thighs. Give yourself a little more of a lift into your. You should not feel any strain on the back of your neck. All right. We bring the body down from the shoulder blades, not the head. Good. 5 more. I know. It's harder than we think, right? So we make sure you bring that chin over the chest, curling the body up vertebrae by vertebrae. Grab again. Try to get some lift, then drop it down. Look through those thighs. Nice. Nice. Breathing. And then starting at the shoulder blades. Molasses all the way down. 4 more. Now, this really does feel like a lot. When I designed this and I said 8, I thought, oh, that's so few. All right. Feels like a lot. Curl. Now, don't use your arms. Try to get to that spot without grabbing your thighs. A little bit more. Sink that belly in. Good. Don't stiffen your neck, whatever you do. So you should be able to go side to side up here. Starting. Throw yourself down. 3 more. Take a break. Nice big breath. 3 times. 2. And 3. Okay. Rolling. Safely get up. Good. Again. Try not to use the arms, but try to sink, sink, sink. And then take it back down. 2 more. We've already been doing this for 4 minutes. That's funny. So that means it's been about 45 seconds apiece. Curl it up. Push it through. Really look through to the opposite wall. Nice. And then bring it down. We have 1 more. Make this your ultimate. Breathe into it. And your legs have been just being very powerful and, holding you up there. Big inhale and exhale. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Push down. Pull through that belly. Come on. Widen those hips. And then bring it all the way down. All right. Bring those feet to the floor and just rock them side to side. All right. So because we just did that, the next exercise we do, we're going to lie down instead of curl up. Even though we have lots of that curl up practice. All right, legs are up. Now, we're going to take a leg down. Inhale down. Slowly. And exhale up. Same leg 10 times. I went too fast on the exhale, so maybe I need to count it. Inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Exhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's the only way I go slow. Inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Exhale up. 1, 2, 3. Feel that belly sink. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That other leg is right there at tabletop. Inhale down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's number 4, 6, 7, and 8. Move 10 all together. Bring it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Number 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it up. 1, 2. Now I can feel my hips so much. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And if your back, you shouldn't feel it because this other leg is up. Inhale down. We're halfway through. 1, 2. But if your back is hurting, don't go so far down. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And bring it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 2 more. Down. Another. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Get up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Very simple work, but because we slowed it down, there's a totally different sensation. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Last one. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So as you're going down, you're pulling that belly button to the spine with all of your work. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, once you take the legs down, knees together, feet apart. Good. Stuff that shows up. Knees together, feet apart, and we got to do the other side. So, have any sensations there? Report back later. All right, right here. Second side. You don't need to be looking at me. 2, you can look straight up to keep your body in alignment. 6, 7, and 8. Doesn't have to go to the floor. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always sinking in as you come up. So pull that belly button into the spine. Even though you're inhaling, 7 and 8, and you're exhaling, you're still pulling it in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's number 2. 8 more. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Make sure that those knees take it down, end up side to side. 2, 3, so you're on number 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4, so end up side to side. 7 and 8. Number 5. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Sink in. Bring it up. So you can feel, put your hand on the side of your hip. You can feel that movement. Keep going. 1, 2, so just put your hand like 3, or right here where the hook rotator is, 6, 7, and 8. And you can feel it getting warmer. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Take it down. Now, if you put your hand in front, you can feel right here your transverse abdominal working. 5, 6, 7, and 8. And that tells us how it's connected to the core. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 3 more. Down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it. Last one. Down. 2, I think I added a subtracted 1. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Knees together. Nice. Good. Now, I know we're not going to get a lot of exercises done today, but we're going to go so deep into everything. So be patient with the whole experiment that we're doing. So we're going to do one side crossover for only 8 reps. And we're going to do the same thing. So you're going to have your legs up. Now we're back to our curl up. We put our arms to the bottom of our leg, our head. Take one leg out. Now here's how it works. You're centered. Your leg starts to come in and you start to rotate, right? You're lifted off the floor. You do not drop down. You put your body toward the knee. You don't have to reach with your elbow. And then you bring it back to center. Pointed leg, inhale, and this simultaneous movement toward and across, keeping yourself lifted. Good, and exhale. Don't pull on your head at any time. And you enter, you come back to center. Now, when you come back to center, keep going. Inhale. You want to be looking between your thighs, not up at the leg, right? Good, and exhale. Come back to that center. 5 more. Inhale. All right, rotate, rotate, stay lifted. Don't push those arms together. Knee comes in, body goes across. And exhale, where are your eyes aiming? In the middle of your thighs. 4 more. Inhale. Pulling deeply. Good. And exhale. Got to take it all the way in both directions. Nice. 3 more. Inhale. Nice and slow. You can feel the hip working. Lift, lift, lift. And exhale. And last 2. Make sure your eyes are landing between those thighs. I know that head starts to go down. Inhale, take it across. You can do it. Stay lifted off the floor and take it all the way over. Good, you're there. And then exhale, bring it back very slowly, keeping that curl up so that your eyes are between the thighs. You don't just position your head that way. It's because of the curl up, right? All right, so inhale, you're in that curl up as you come across. Right? And you stay in that curl up and exhale. So when you go back to the center, you're naturally looking between those thighs, right? Let's bring those legs together, knees together, feet apart. We're going to go to the other side. I'm not going to switch around because it's good to see both sides of this workout if you're looking. Otherwise, you should just be looking. All right, let's bring them back up. Bring that curl up, and bring that leg out. So we have 8 to go. Remember, you stay in that curl up. Inhale. Good. Nice. Reach it all the way around. And then exhale. Keep your curl up so that your eyes land between those thighs. Number 2. Inhale. And take it across. Nice. And exhale. Nice. Good. Number 3. Inhale. Keep yourself lifted. Now, I have a tendency to go back just a smidgen when I get to the center. So I always have to remember to pull up through that rib cage, right? And exhale, come back. Good. All right, so Elmaza's got to remember to pull up through her rib cage as she comes back. So here's your inhale. And then as I come back, I want to think I'm pulling up through my rib cage so that I don't drop even a smidgen when I get to the middle. 4 more. Inhale. So pull up through that rib cage, Elmaz. Come on, fix it. Yeah, that improves it. Inhale. So when I cue myself, go across, go across, go across, go across, go across. Good. And exhale to pull up through that rib cage. Then my curl up is exactly where it needs to be when I get back to the center. Here's your last one. Inhale. And exhale. Pull up through that rib cage. And then we're back to the center. Bring it down, legs down, knees together, feet apart. Now we're going to do the curl up, but not my usual one with the stretch in the center. We're going to do the one where we curl up and reach across and curl down and reach across. So I will start you with the bent knees so that we have some support in the beginning of this. So remember, there won't be a reach in the middle. So we've got to take it nice and slow. So how do we articulate this? The first thing we do is we come into a curl up on our inhale. So we know how to curl up. Bring that chin over that chest, inhaling. Now to support us, we take the feet forwards and curl ourselves up. Reach across the top of the legs. Really reach. Drop those shoulder blades. Feel the belly pull back. You have a length in the hips, right? And then as you come down, drop those shoulder blades for sure. You're scooping in, right? Sliding those legs back. And then lowering your curl up vertebrae by vertebrae. Let's do it with support one more time. So that curl off has to be a big Strong inhale. As you exhale, you reach, 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 sucking it in, pushing everything to the back as you reach forward. So you're actually doing two movements here. And then you're scooping, pulling that belly. You're not coming back with the hinge of your hip. Here is where, just stay here and then scoop that belly, scoop it in. That will bring you back, right? As you come down and slide those legs in. So let's do it without the support. You could stay with the support if that's your jam. So this is a lot harder because you don't have the feet to take you forward. So you got to be really conscious of that belly. So it's our curl, reach, and we pull back, pull back, pull back, pull back as we go forward, scooping in, filling in that back above the tailbone, and then pull back some more as you scoop it back up, and you take it all the way down. We have 5 more. It'll be funny if we get through like 5 exercises today. Let's go. And pull it in, 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 pull it in. Yes. Reach, 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 reach. Now, starting to rebuild that vertebra one at a time. You're stacking, 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 and then sliding, sliding, sliding all the way down. Shoulder blades before shoulders. Looks like we have, I lost count, so let's do 3 more. And we're going so slow that I can't keep my count. Drop your shoulder blades, reach across, reach across, reach across, reach across. Nice pull, 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 pull. Slide it down. And let's do 1 more. I think I'm getting more tired doing this. So when we're pumping stuff in naturally, of course, take it up. You know, because when we're moving more quickly, we're pumping oxygen in. This is depleting us of oxygen. All right, reach across, really suck it back. This is depleting your oxygen. So you have to really use your muscle fibers, right? And let's pull it back. Now I want you to feel that pull back, like somebody's grabbed you by the waist and they're pulling you backwards and you're resisting it. All right, and bring it down. Let's go to the sides. I hope that was both, you know, like instructive as well as, you know, a good exercise. All right. What's really important about our planks, right? Elbow back, glutes back. Create a lat push so that you know you have that construction. Your shoulder and elbow are in alignment. Your hips are stacked. Put them under a little bit. Now, once you create the lats, take the legs out in a diagonal and really point them. So the positioning on this is as deeply important as the exercise itself. Now, one of the things I don't want us to do is push into that shoulder. So I want those hips really importantly stacked on the floor. All right, we're going to lift and lower the leg. Now, one of the things that's really great about this when we do it fast is we can keep our alignment because we're like, well, okay, we've got power. But when you do it slow, there's a lot more balancing in this body that has to happen, right? Now, if you like your arms up to bring you alignment, that's fine. You can have them down too. Get them pointed so they're almost elevated. And you're just going to lift it right above your hip height. So I want you to take it up really slow. That was really slow. And down really slow. So the body doesn't respond. It just stays with the flow. 2. Good. So everything stays positioned. 3. 3. And slow. So what's happening? 4. So as you lift it, right, you're pulling that belly in because that's your prime mover. That's an inhale. Good. As you bring it down, exhale, you pull up through the rib cage. right? So try that again. Belly. That's your inhale. Exhale. Move that breath. Pull it up through the rib cage. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Pull it up. 2 more. Going too fast. Inhale. And exhale. It's it's so interesting to work slow, right? Last one. Inhale. Belly button. Exhale. Nice. Just come on around and turn your body. Put your head on your hand. Okay, now we're going to do a classic that's a little bit harder for people. So I want your knees together again and point them down. Lift them off the mat and open into your clamshell position. Now this is also on your hips. Now the most important part of this, because we know we can open and close, is how we get this position to happen, right? So once again, I'm going to take you through it again. I'm sorry that I'm being so instructive today, but this is kind of the point of today. I'm going to move a little bit closer so you can see. So again, knees together, you create a lap. You have your upper body in that great position where you're stacked and you're open, right? Take the knees down, lift them off the mat, open the legs. Let's do 10 of these. Down and up. Down, pull that belly in and up. Now, what's important here, you keep going, is that the toes are together, but you don't rotate to the ankle. That you keep the legs nice and long, down and up. So I'm going to demonstrate that to you. So this is your long leg turn and up, but this is when somebody turns at their ankle. See how the ankle, the leg gets rotated and up. So keep those toes together, you fold it forward and up. Good, 5 more. Down. And up. 4 more. Keep that rotation, keep that foot long and up. So the opening, 3 more, down. And up. 2 more. And up. 1 more, down. And up. Okay, lower that down. Now, I want us to come onto our hands. We're going to do the inside, the adductor, lift the foot in front of the knee, tuck your hip under, same kind of pike, but you're on your hand this time, and it should be under your shoulder. If you take it away, you're going to separate your shoulder, and that's going to be hazardous to your health. You're going to point that foot that's on the mat. It's not going to stay on the mat, obviously. So we're going to do 8 just lifts, and then we're going to do the 8 lifts with a plank addition to them, okay? So on this lift, there's not a lot of movement, but one of the things I like about it is keeping that knee slightly bent, kind of the 45-degree, not the 90, that's the 90 here, where the foot is right below the knee, so out to the 45. You're going to lift off the floor without rolling back. All right, so this is a big pull in the muscle right here connected to the groin, and low. Try not to touch the mat. And lift. And lower. Good. And lift. See how we're not getting very far. Why? Because we're super isolated and lower. So the rotator is pushed into the floor and lift because we are in that position. And lower. 5 more. So we don't get to open it a lot. Lift using the groin and the inner thigh and the transverse abdominal. And lower. Good. It's not that the rotator isn't triggered. And lower. It's just that it's not able to open and close. Lift. You can feel that it hardens as you go up. And lower. And last one. Pointed foot left. And okay, where I was trying to get you to. So this is an interesting position because we're going to go into the plank lift, where we both lift our leg and our body off the floor into kind of a modified side plank. Now, one of the things that you're going to want to do is push hard into the split, right? So one of the things I'd like to encourage you to do is actually see your power coming hip and across, so through these obliques. And that's why I'd like you to use your arm on this. So we're going to take it lift. So you're balancing on your foot, but you're not using it as the power to lift you, and lower. You're using this cross section of your core right here. Lift and lower. 6 more. So the arm helps cue us to that. It also creates lift. Go ahead. It also creates the connection between the hip, the shoulder, and that obliques. And lower. Number 4, lift and lower. Number 5. All right, lift, pull in, pull in, pull in. Yeah, there it is. And lower. 3 more. Fabulous. Lift and lower. Good job. A little fast there. 2 more. And lower. I want the lowering to be as slow as everything else. Of course, gravity wants to take over. So lift, slow, 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 hold, and lower, slow, 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 slow. Okay, we need to do those on the other side. We know how to do them now. We're starting with the leg lift and pike, going to the clam, and then to the inner thigh. So let's get ourselves set up. How we pike. Remember, elbow back, glutes back, knees into a lap, and send the legs. I'm going to get my own back so you can see more. Legs are pointed. Turn out to my pike. Pick it up. Inhale, and then what do we do? Up under that rib cage. Exhale. 2. Nice. And 3. Good. And 4. And 4. Halfway down. 5. 6. 7. 10. We also say. So we have 3 more. 8. 9. And 10. Okay. Rotate. And then back to the center. All right, pike. Now we're going to do that clamshell. Make sure that hip is tucked under. Knees up, down, lift off the floor, and open. All right, this thing. Put it in. Make sure you're not falling into your shoulder. And open. So a lot of people, I didn't say this on the other side, do it down here. And because they're focusing so hard on the lower body that they can't quite get themselves to keep that shoulder out of danger, so they come down. The problem with it, it's harder to keep the bottom knee off the floor in this position. Good. And go back up. Close and open. Then we're rotating the leg, but not the ankle. So keep that ankle soft and open so that you don't want it to poke out, right? Keep it soft. Close and open soft. 2 more. Close. Come on. And open. And last. Close. And try to rush that a little bit just because time is passing and I have a few more things that I want to do with you. All right, we're on our hands. We're still in this pike. We have that soft knee and we're going to lift and lower for 8, just the front and down and 2, point it and down. Get your head over your toe. So there's a possibility 3 that you'll collapse forward on this and down. Really like you to really keep your head over your tailbone. 4, look straight and down. 5, so lift and down. Great, soft ankle. 7, so don't push that foot up and down. Right, nice long foot. 8 and down. Know that all of these cues need to come earlier, but I just think of them as I go forward. So I hope that you can integrate them into your exercises from this point forward. Okay, we're going to do that plank lift. Also 8. Where don't we go? Into our shoulder, right? So make sure you're well positioned. Put your hand down, and you are going that foot in front of that knee, and you're going to feel that pull right across this body. So pull it in as you come up. Exhale out as you come down. 2, 3. So our balancing points for the arm and the foot, 5, are not our push points. They're not our primary movers. They're kind of just incidental. 6, keep going and down. 7, and down, and 8. And put your legs forward. We're just going to take a forward fold. Nice job. Okay, we're going to do some back exercises because some of these are a little bit harder to tell people about in the moment. So you're going to lay down to begin. Separate your arms and your legs. Right here. So your legs, your feet should be on the corners of your mat. Your arms should be coming out from your shoulders and your head is down. Now let's practice getting our belly button to our spine in this position because gravity wants to pull the belly down. And when we move, the belly muscle wants to push out to help support you, but that's not real support. Real support takes care of your back. So first of all, keep your head looking down. So I want you to feel your hand into that cervical curve. If there's any kind of push of one rib cage against the other, you can lift your head and see how that feels. Then you need to reposition your head. If there's any stretch between one cervical rib and the other, then I want you to put your head up, right? So that's the first thing. The arms are coming out of the shoulders. The shoulder blades are down. So lift up and push that chest up a little further up the mat and pull each leg behind you. Your face is down. Now, peeling off the mat in this position is really hard for a lot of people, and I'm one of them. I don't have a lot of back flexibility. So one of the things I have to do is really pull that belly button to my spine as I inhale. So let's take it up and try to come up vertebrae by vertebrae. So pull that belly button to the spine as you come up. Pull it here, and then as you come down, you're starting at the top, lowering down, and filling in as you reach the floor. So It's not vertebrae by vertebrae from the top, it's the movement because it fills in as it goes down. So let's take it up again. Inhale, pulling from the bottom all the way to the top. Exhale, pulling from the top all the way to the bottom. Sink that belly in and make those hips poke into the mat as you come down. All right, let's do it again. We've got 6 more. Inhale. Reach out as you come up so you keep those shoulder blades down. Pull that belly in. Exhale, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. 5 more. Inhale. Good. And exhale. 4 more. Don't relax your body when you go down. Just feel all the muscles pull into the tight core. Inhale. Come on, reach. And exhale. Good. 3 more. Inhale. Reach away, pull that belly in. Don't let it round out. And exhale. And like anything else, doesn't matter range of motion, just that you're getting that challenge. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. And last one. Inhale. And exhale. Now put your face to one side. And then put your face to the other side. And then we're going to focus on lower body. Bring the arms in a little bit. Put your head down. You don't get to push your head back. Now, if this is completely uncomfortable, you can stack your hands, put your forehead on your stacked hands, right? Now, coming up from the bottom is a lot harder for a lot of people, including me. You're pulling from the belly button down to the toes. So what happens a lot is we break at the knees because we're trying to get that quad to help us. And what we really need to do is keep those legs nice and long. So when you really point those legs out, point them out now, you can feel that pubic bone and those hips push against the mat. That should be the signal of where this is originating from. So you're going to inhale, lift it, pushing that in even further, and exhale, lowering, making it widen, right? So like anything else, we bring it in and we take it out. 7 more. Inhale, pushing that pelvic bone down, hips, and exhale. Keeping those legs long is the key to getting them off the floor without breaking at the knee. Okay. You should feel the lift all the way to the belly button. We got 6 more. Inhale. Try to lift it a little higher and exhale. Leave that upper body in its position. And everything is a breathing into the backbone. Inhale. Good. Nice. And exhale. Beautiful. 4 more. Inhale. Lift, lift, lift. Reach up, reach up, reach up. Some more. And exhale. Nice. Inhale. And exhale. And last one. Inhale. Reach it and exhale. Whew. Put your hands under your shoulders. Sit back into child pose. Oh my God. Time is up already. Breathe into it. Now reach your arms a little bit more and push back a little bit more. Try to land those glutes on in between those calves. Now let's slow this stretching down too. So you reach each arm out and you lower it to the floor. You feel a little tent under your shoulders, right? That you want your shoulder blades down even as you're reaching. Your feet are layered on top of each other. They're together. And your knees are out to the side. You're pushing back first. Push back first. And then lower to the front second. So you get that nice stretch all the way from the fingertips to the back. Now slide those hands under the shoulders and come into tabletop. So tabletop, hands under shoulders and the fingers wide apart. Knees under hips and feet coming right out from them with the feet straight and flat on the floor. So in the tabletop, even though you're pulling the belly button to the spine and you're pushing those shoulder blades together on that inhale, right? You're not going to really, you're pushing that neck a little bit. You're not really going to push the neck back. You let it ride with the shoulder blades as they come together. And as you exhale, then you're going to let it ride as you open those shoulder blades and come up into that arch. Right? Let's try that again. Inhale. Everybody thinks it's going forward, like your shoulders are going toward your ears, but they're not. They're just going together. And then they're widening. That's the whole idea behind this cat-cow thing, is to widen different sides of your body. So when you come into cow, you're widening your chest, right? And your glutes. And when you come into cat, you're widening your back and your lumbar. All right. And then bring it back to tabletop. Drop your hips over to the side and let's go into our straddle. So let's talk about straddle. So confusing when the mat's sideways, right? Let's talk about straddle. So one of the most important things about straddle is being on your sit bones, because that's our anchor, right? So some people can't do that because they just can't open their legs that wide. If your legs are here, that's where your legs are. That's where your stretch is. But what you need to do is make sure you're on your sit bones. So you're going to pull each leg back until you feel like everything is tucked under your glute, right? And that brings you onto your sit bones. And if you can't do that, then bend the knee and just pull it in from the knee break to the sit bones. Because all the stretching has to have an anchor. That's the only way stretching works. It's pulling away from one thing to another space, right? So we have to have whatever that foundation is down. So for instance, when we rotate to the side, that does not get broken. Nothing changes in the anchor. When we bring our arms to the side and we come over, nothing changes in the anchor. So that is important to the stretch. So we're going to do the side stretch behind to begin. So you take your arms out to the side. One of the ways I like to direct this is to put the arm by the ear and then to bring it over and stretch it toward the wall, right? So one of the things that happens with a lot of stretchers is they fall back in this position. How do you keep your anchor? You lift your body with this stretch. So let's do it again. Put the arm on the ear, lift your body, and then take it over to the side. Then you're not falling back onto your glute, right? Stretching to that wall. One of the other things you do is simultaneously push down on the side you're stretching away from, so that you have that foundation doing the work for you, right? Now, a lot of people keep their foundation by bringing the other arm into the front to create a reciprocal motion. And that does keep you forward. It's a really good idea. I just forget about it. And then bring it back down. Let's try the other side. Bring the arm by the ear, lift up, and then take it to the wall. You can bring that arm under if you want to. That really helps create that alignment, right? And then bring it back to center. So the other thing we do in this foundation is we go forward. I gotta go forward. Now, one of the things that's important to know is that your feet should actually be loose, because you don't want them pushing any of the weights, any of the muscles into the floor. If you flex, for instance, you push this leg into the floor and you have a lot less mobility. If you point it, then it's all coming from the quad. So you want to have a nice loose foot so you have more mobility. So here's our walk forward. So first we put our arms up. and we curl up under our rib cage as we do a curl down. We're down here at the mat. Drop the shoulder blades. So it's easy to keep those shoulder blades up, right? So make sure you drop. So you have those abs up and under. Put one hand in front of the other. This takes you vertebrae by vertebrae down to your position. Put your hands beside each other. Drop those shoulder blades, the elbows onto the floor. You keep your eyes down but not under. Your head should be loose. Good. And then we're going to curl it back up and try again. So walking the hands the same way back as you inhale and exhale and stack the vertebrae back and bring the arms back up. Okay, curl it down and really pull up under that rib cage. Bringing it down, drop those shoulder blades and walk it forward. Now you might get down farther this time. Hands side by side, shoulder blades down. Head down but not under. Now we're going to spread those hands out to the legs wherever you can reach them, keeping the elbows soft. Now bring the hands back under the eyes. Get a little lower. Walk it in. I'm taking you way past your time. I'm so sorry. Roll your shoulders back 3 times. And then forward. I'd like to, let's just give the neck some love. So now I can even describe this. Put your hand all the way over your head and cover your entire ear. You're keeping this alignment and you're keeping that shoulder down. You can keep it down by putting it in the center, putting it behind, right? And then take it all the way over, keeping that alignment, breathing into it. Now to move out of the scalenes and more into the cervical curve, look down at your thigh. I said go to the armpits, same thing. And to get a little bit more centered, you slide the arm off and look down the middle. Now you don't curl it down, you reach as you lower your chin to your chest, and then bring it back up articulated. Other side, same thing. Cross. You want to feel the shoulder and the ear pull from each other, going in opposite directions. Then what do? We look at that thigh, get that nice thread right there, and then back to the entire cervical curve, and then bring it back up. There's always a way to make it harder and articulate more, and I'm just trying to get us as clear on some of the movements as possible. Someday, I'll do the same thing with the more advanced exercises like open leg rocker or chaturanga push-up. But I hope today just gave you an awareness of how the body engages into these lengthening and shortening exercises. I think some of the simplest ones are the hardest ones to articulate, like watchdog crunch, to get those arms and legs to work diagonally together without collapsing them below the hip and shoulder line. I think is pretty hard, even though it's essentially not a hard exercise to do. So I hope to bring you more of this later. Let's breathe it up 3 times. Take it up and down, 2 more up and down. And last time, thank you everybody for joining me for slow Pilates, the basics.